So, when you're ready, you can just jump in. And I'll explain a little bit about how we're going to do this setting, or this session, or at least how we're going to start things off. Typically, for those who don't know, I'm pretty sure if you saw the video kind of explaining how things go a little bit, the first couple games are just going to be like looking at your playstyle in general. And while we're playing, I'm going to be throwing in a couple like random things that are kind of bad, just to see if you can see them, for example, right? So I'm going to do like, maybe I'll shield more than I should, or I'm going to start jumping more than I should, or rolling more than I should, or recovering the same way more than I should. And I want to see if you can catch on to those types of habits. I'm not going to tell you when I'm doing each of those things, but just to see, right? And it's going to be over the course of a couple of games, because I can't do it all in one game, otherwise I'll probably get 3 stocked, so we'll see what happens. But yeah, anyways,
alright, sounds good, man.
With that being said, fight to the death. Let's do it.
Let's go.
Oh, both these characters are so bad. Oh my god. Oh,
I got scared too.
It's all good. Oh, he's wild. He gets one buff on his character and he thinks that it'll just work.
You know what? Sometimes it's worth it just to go for it.
Honestly, it is. It's the what if, right? You lost your jump.
What if?
You lost your jump during that as well, so I could just go out there and impose my will, kind of.
Yeah.
Okay. No down tilt? There it is.
I was gonna say, wait a minute, doesn't the invincibility go away?
Oh, it definitely does. I could have died from that, actually, because you got a buff on down tilt. Oh, he's wild. This might be death. This could be death.
Yeah. I completely forgot that invincibility went away for a second.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I meant to fast fall that.
Oh. No! So I was going to say that you've rolled away quite a few times.
Okay.
So right there, and that's not necessarily a bad thing, it's just a habit I caught on to, right?
Right.
So whether or not I ran towards you, because a couple times I was trying to force you in, and you still weren't, which is good, because if you did roll in the situation where I was trying to force you in, you would have died from like a down smash or an F smash, right?
Okay.
So one thing you really do want to pay attention to when you get knocked down is not only what I do, but what do you gravitate toward as your main option to just stand up. Because if you just go ahead and stand up however you want, you're typically just going to do it the same way because you don't care. Whether or not you think you care or not, subconsciously it's not important to you, right? So if that's happening, I'm taking advantage of the fact that you just want to get back in the game, right? Or you're just trying to defend yourself. So let's say, for example, there's one time you were like right here and I knocked you down and you rolled into the corner, right?
Okay.
So you don't have nearly as long of a roll. Also, if you're pushing yourself into the corner, there's a good chance you're also going to be DIing to the right. If I hit you with like a dash attack, or if I like I just ran up and then like did like maybe not forward. So,
true. Okay.
Yeah, let's say dash attack. If I land like a back air or something like that to catch you, or grab you into the forward throw, it could throw you even further off stage. I can hit you with like a fair, and you might die depending on your percent, right? If I catch you with bad DI. Right. Yeah, it's a couple times too. Like you'll see, if I get knocked down, very often I'll just do nothing. I'll just stand there. Or lay there, I should say. Because for Falcon, for example, if I'm knocked down, do like a
down tilt, maybe?
You could do that, or maybe even like do an up throw, actually. I think up throw will put me to tumble. Yeah, so if I just do nothing, if you jab, I don't think you'll hit me. Yeah.
No, I won't.
And your forward tilt also won't hit me if I'm laying down like that, right? So
I doubt it would, yeah.
Unless you angle it. If you don't if you angle it down, then yeah, it'll hit me. But sometimes it's really good to see what is somebody going for. In some cases, like at low percent, if I get knocked down and somebody runs up and dash attacks me, then I'll stop doing that. But if they run up and jab, and it jabs right over top of me, they're looking for jab locks. Or if they run up and then dash back into F smash, they're looking for a roll in, right? Stuff like that. So sometimes I'm not necessarily trying to
get data and like read what they like.
Yeah, exactly. Because I'm not trying to like take damage on purpose. But if I can afford to take damage, especially in a setting or how this game is played, it's in best of 3s or best of 5s, right? So getting really good information like that early on, where it's not going to cost you the game and you can use it later to then get the download on someone, it's huge, right? So I wouldn't say, like I said, don't go out of your way to get hit, but sometimes examine what the opponent is doing and then make a decision based on that, rather than always showing your hand first. Make sense?
Got it. All right, cool. Sounds good.
So for landing those up Bs, you want to try and go for it when you know you've scared me into shield, right? And there's going to be areas on stage where I'm going to shield more often than not. One of those areas would be if I'm on a platform above you, right? Especially at kill percent, because I'm not trying to get up smashed. Or if I'm in the corner and I'm at high percent, right? Good catch.
Right. Thank you. Got it.
So that's one of those things too, is like you can almost break it down, I don't want to say scientifically because let's not get crazy here, but a little bit, or psychologically saying, in certain situations, there are patterns that come out all the time with people, whether they want them to come out or not, and that's what is a habit, right? Not necessarily a good or bad habit. I think I'm dead. Oh, I'm living. Yo, magnet hands?
Oh.
So I got that F smash because, I was gonna say, I got that F smash because you've been air dodging out of juggle situations first, more often than not, right?
Okay.
So if you jump out, that's fine. If you come down with a nair, that's also fine, right? Just have a mix-up to try and keep me honest. If you're keeping me honest, then I can't get stuff like that, right? Oh god, it's not like this.
Right. I thought it outspaced that.
There's the air dodge. And just like that. So that's the thing. You didn't die because you got...
Is that true?
Yes, it is true. I was gonna say, you didn't die because you got grabbed. You died because you got, or because you air dodged, right?
Yeah.
So you gotta think about it a few steps ahead. Like, it's not necessarily, oh, I died because I got up aired. Actually, that's even better to say. You died because you air dodged because you got up tilted, and I took advantage of that, right?
Right.
It's
I
wild.
was expecting a neutral get up, so I just wanted to upbeat. And that's isn't different. It's all good.
So you see this, like, I've changed gears tremendously compared to how I was playing before, right?
Oh my god. Yeah.
And it just, that's one of those things too, as a competitive player, you should either be able to do that or also know how to adapt to it, right?
Right.
So let's say, for example, let's say this was a set and we were playing a best of 5 or best of 3, doesn't matter. And the first game, we both played very aggressive and you just destroyed me because your character's faster, you have harder hitting moves, your combos can kill sooner, whatever it might be, right? For whatever happened, we both played aggressive and I just got clapped, right? And then I switched up to doing this and then I just won. And now it's like, oh shit, someone's adapted and someone hasn't, because I had to adapt to you and then I did, and then now you have to adapt to me, and it's like, now it's kind of crunch time, because like, let's say it was 1-1, this is game 3, it's like, what do you do, right?
Right. Oh, okay, that's such a good tip, thank you.
So yeah, you have to really try your best to go, okay, so with my tools, what can I do, right? Because I have tools to make you approach, such as laser, right?
Yeah.
But with my laser, once I shoot it, I can't move or shield or do anything. So this is where you have to start to anticipate when you think I'm going to shoot my laser and what can you do to get around it. If I do a jumping laser, that's going to stop you from approaching in the air. And if I do a laser on the ground, it's going to stop you from approaching on the ground, right? So is the answer be more aggressive or is it be more careful? Is it walking and shielding to get close, right? Or is it also having a really, really solid combo game so that when you do get in, it is like a huge deal versus like you hit me like with a forward tilt or like a forward throw or a dash attack and that's it, right?
Right.
And that's one of those things you can grind out in like the training room, saying, okay, if I get a down throw, I can at least get like 50 and get me off stage, right? Versus saying, okay, I can get like a down throw into like a nair and then that's it, or like a dash attack and that's it, or like a falcon kick, right?
Right.
It's a big thing for me too, because like I've also said in videos for Falco, if you play Falco and you don't have combos, there's no point. Because without combos, this character is bad. With combos, this character is quite good, but you have to have them.
The same could probably be said with Captain Falcon too.
Absolutely.
You gotta optimize, optimization. Oh my god.
This guy's a savage.
That you didn't even do anything and it's still one of the most disrespectful things to do.
Yeah, I know. And the thing is, that's part of the game too, is like mentally demoralizing your opponent. If you have ways of doing stuff like that, then do it, because it can infuriate people and make them play more aggressive. And if you know how to take advantage of that as well, then you're good to go.
Right.
Like, it's not necessarily to like people don't understand it to the degree, but the idea is to try and condition you to do things that you wouldn't normally do, not to necessarily insult you, right? Because it's like, oh, he's jumping on my head, I can take advantage of this. Next time he comes down, I'm going to just up smash. And then it's like, okay, I'm just going to land beside you and let you up smash the air, and then get a forward smash or a grab or whatever I'm trying to do, right?
Right, that makes sense.
So then it feels like everything that you're doing is wrong. And that's, if you can get someone to feel like that, it's like, I don't know what to do, right? Or it feels like the character has like no lag, or just you're being simply outplayed in something as well, right?
Yes.
Okay, that's a roll out. That
Rolled away again.
That was good though, because I was expecting to roll in, because last time you did roll in. So that's what I mean by keeping somebody honest, right? Oh, jeez.
Right.
The DI. I'm not going to talk about that. Oh, man. This guy's wild.
I have a lot of those moments, it's okay.
I would say, yeah, with that, the thing is that's the biggest is when you're going to go for something quote-unquote random or anything at all, ask yourself, why am I going to do this? Like, if it lands, why would I do this? Right? Because technically you can land any move in the game. You can, but you don't want to go for certain moves at certain times, and there's reasons for that. So you got to ask yourself, what are those reasons? Right?
Right.
Like, for example, I could say Falcon Punch, but there's literally no reason to ever not go for Falcon Punch. It's one of the greatest moves of all times. So, but
Did you
for
say
real,
never any reason not to?
Oh yeah, if you can land it, you got to do it, bro.
Okay.
But for real though, with Falcon Punch, if you happen to land it at 0, there's no point.
Yeah.
And there's a ton
it's
of
like
risk.
25%, nothing else afterwards.
It doesn't combo. It won't get you anything. Like, really, if you have like a huge call out and let's say they're at 0% and you're 3-stocking them at the time, it's like, all right, I don't care. But like in a realistic setting, there's no real reason to go for it unless you know for a fact you have the download and it's going to kill. And you should probably throw it out one time ever, right?
Yeah.
So it's like, same thing with like, let's say getting out of the corner. It's like, okay, if you hit me, if I'm at like 140 and I'm like ledge trapping you in the corner, right? And you throw out a Falcon Kick and you hit me and I die and you win, worth it, right?
Yes.
But if you throw it out and I'm at 10 and I just get hit, it's like, all right, sure. When you could have got a grab. Because think about how much real estate you have from left to right, and if you have a down throw at 0 and you can take me across the entire stage, you can even go like across the stage up onto this platform, you could up B me or knee me at the end of it, and it could be huge, right? That's massive versus a Falcon Kick, which I don't know how much it does, somewhere in the 20s I'm sure, but
I think it's like 19, 20. Yeah,
so it's like you got to think about not even like the risk reward of it, because you could even go for a Falcon Kick and I could shield and you just go straight through me, you get back on stage and no one takes any damage, right? And if that's what you want to accomplish, then also like there's nothing wrong with saying I just want to get on stage. I don't want to be ledge trapped into oblivion, because some characters can do that. Like Snake, for example, you might want to just get away from him, right? So if that's the case, then by all means. But with somebody else, if you have a very confident combo game, you might be able to just get a grab or like fight your way out of the corner like you were doing before, which is great. And when you get a chance to make them whiff, you get a grab, you take them to town, put on like 50, 60 and send them off stage, and now they're scared, right?
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, sounds good. Oh god.
That's another thing too, is see where I was ledge trapping you from? I was in the middle of the stage because I was anticipating that, right? So with that being said, if I give you the entire stage, and if I go back to here, you should know that that's what I'm thinking, right? Because you can't hit me with anything else except for Falcon Kick from here. And if you do it, I have like 10 years to get out of the way. It might even run out of like active hitbox before it even hits me. So I can just stand here, I can go like this and just kill you, right?
Right.
So if I give you the whole stage, just walk on stage. you know?
Just don't do it.
just literally just be like, oh, okay, I'll be over here. Just walk on stage, and then get back into the fight, right? Reset neutral and keep going.
Right. Okay, sounds good.
Let's keep going. Good stuff though. Okay, there you go. I don't know if my jump came out. It did. I don't know. Did you see that?
A little bit. I thought I saw a little white thing. I wasn't sure though. It was going really fast. I couldn't tell.
No, that was good. You put on like 42%, like in the whole sequence. I don't think it wasn't all a true combo because you got 2 grabs during that, but it doesn't matter, right?
Yeah.
It's better than getting down throw into nothing, or forward throw, or dash attack, and that's it. Oh. Right there, you could just ran up and up-beat me because I'm clearly losing neutral over and over again, so I'm going to be shielding more. One of those mental things you should definitely pay attention to, right?
Right.
And if he just ran up and up-beat me,
been a good move.
yeah, if he just ran up and up-beat me, I would have been like, all right, he's got the download, and I can't do anything. That would have been one of those moments where I feel like I'm just doing everything wrong. Because you combo, I shield, and then you just hit me with up-beat without any hesitation. It's like, okay, he just knew.
And just like demoralizing.
Yeah.
That makes perfect sense.
Essentially, the takeaway message for this session is when you're playing, just think. It's so simple.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying that you aren't, but do it more. Every single situation, every situation that happens ever, be like, okay, why did they tech in place? Why did they go for a down throw? Why did they try and do this juggle situation setup? Why did they roll from the ledge every single time, or jump from the ledge, or get on stage and then shield and spot dodge, then roll, whatever it might be? There's a pattern or a habit in every input that is put into the game. It seems like very overwhelming to think of it that way, but it's true, right? And even with that, there are people that have good habits, and that's what you're trying to get. And there's also bad habits that most people just have, because more often than not, they either get away with it, or they get away with it in two ways. Either it works, or the person that they are doing it against, as far as like rolling away every single time, doesn't punish it, right? So yeah, just really think, like, even how somebody likes to approach. Like, let's say, for example, I approach like this every single time, right? I come in with a nair, or even better yet, I come in with like a nair, and then I forward tilt every single time. If you know that's coming, you can just shield, because you know right after I nair on your shield, I'm going to forward tilt immediately. Then you can punish the forward tilt, right?
And just hold it, yeah.
Yeah. So something small like that.
Okay, that's good, yeah.
Yeah.
Because like the main thing that I'm trying to work on here is well, I guess like for this right now is like fundamentals, just like kind of like how you teach me, just like think and like don't just do stuff if they're like anticipating it, whatnot, just stuff like that. That's like the biggest barrier for me right now that I can feel, and I feel it when I play too. Like I'll do stuff sometimes and it's like, I shouldn't have done that. I don't know why I did that. So just like the simple fundamental stuff is just the thing that I think is probably what I need most right now. So all those tips is just so helpful. Thank you.
Yeah, for sure, man. And that's the thing too with this game. It's very, very easy to fall into the I guess the meme culture of what if I just did this for no reason and it worked. I do that all the time. What if I just randomly out smash for literally no reason based on no reads and I just get a kill for no reason? It's like, and then it works. Like, oh, okay, sure, I guess. I don't know.
Right.
It's nutty, but yeah. Anyways, let's keep going.